Another coaching departure. Happy Monday, June 19th, everyone. My name is Lockie. This is Coastal Football, and Arthur Papas has resigned as Newcastle Jets' head coach. A big piece of news, and it's going to mean a new era moving forward for Newcastle Jets. Let's dive into the article here from the Newcastle Jets official website. Newcastle Jets can confirm Arthur Papas has resigned as manager. The process of appointing a new manager to take the club forward is already underway. The Jets chairman here says Arthur came to us as an Australian coach who had built strong experience overseas throughout his career. Over the past month, Arthur has been transparent with the club that he was considering a return to working abroad. They say here that he did a good job of building a high quality team and unlocking the potential of this club and making them a real competitive threat in the A League. And they were competitive, like they haven't been terrible, but I think for Newcastle Jets, and considering how poor they've been over the last decade overall, aside from 2018 when they made the grand final, it's been a tough time for Newcastle Jets. And Arthur Papas came in, and there's a lot of excitement around him. There was a lot of talk about Newcastle Jets playing a fresh, exciting brand of football, and they did do that initially. We had a couple of seasons back when you think the Daniel Pena combination with Becca Mikaldadze up front was working real good. They came close to finishing in finals, but slipped away towards the end. This season, were disappointing again, defensively quite poor. Weren't able to replace Daniel Pena this season. And, those for me, at least, there were question marks surrounding Arthur Papas and whether he was just the right man to lead them forward. I mean, there's obviously, all the stuff surrounding their ownership, whether their recruitment has been the best, is up for question as well. So in my opinion, I mean, I'm curious to see what Newcastle Jets fans feel about this, but this feels like the correct move. I think they need someone else to lead them moving forward, considering that the last two seasons, there isn't really, from when Papas came in day one to the end of this just recently finished season, there hasn't seemed to been much progress at all. If anything, they maybe have gone slightly backwards compared to where they were before Papas came in. There has been a slight improvement, of course. I mean, they were almost picking up wooden spoons before that. But I think this is the right move. I think they need new direction, maybe someone experienced to come in. We know that there's a couple coaches looking for jobs now. I mean, is there a potential return for Ruben Zadkovic back to Newcastle Jets? Of course, he formerly played at the club as well. I mean, maybe there's a big coaching sort of merry-go-round we're set to see as well. Ufuk Talay sort of in the mix as well. It'd be interesting to see what happens with the Newcastle job, with the Perth Glory job as well. There's a couple of coaching positions around the league that are sort of up for question. But this, a big piece of news out of nowhere this Monday, as they have said, it's sort of been within the club, they've been talking about it for the past month, that it is finally official. Arthur Papas has resigned as head coach at the end of the Papas era at Newcastle Jets. He has done a solid job with Newcastle, but they haven't been playing finals football for the last couple of years. I think they need a change of direction, and I think it's exciting times ahead for Newcastle Jets. They've made some decent player recruitment this season, and hopefully they can build a solid squad, a competitive squad heading into next year. What do you guys make of this move? Where do you think Newcastle should look in terms of the coaching department moving forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and hit like if you want to support the video and the channel. My name's Lockie. This is Coastal Football, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.